For a long time, Wunmi thought she could deceive us. But what you're about to see is unbelievable. You have never seen this one before. You're going to see evidence of Wunmi and her cohorts and other people, celebrities, that already knew that Mohbad was not alive prior to when Wunmi announced that Mohbad is no more. Prior to when those criminals, the dreadlock guy and others, announced that Mohbad was not alive. This will show and prove to you that Wunmi had been sitting on Mohbad's corpse for over 24 hours before she eventually realized that she needed to talk about it. Remember that Darosha, the younger brother of Mohbad's mother, had to do what they call local embalming. He placed bag of salt, poured salt, and did all of this. Who in his right mind and senses will embalm someone who they claim had just passed away in about 2 to 3 hours? After all, they said they called Mohbad's father around 4 in the afternoon. Mohbad is sick. And before they could get down to Mohbad's house from Ikorodu down to Lekki, they said, don't worry, he's fine. Mohbad's father said he did not stop. He kept on from the river that they were to cross down to Lekki area. He said he got to Mohbad's house around 9 p.m. and he saw lots of people out there. Now, recall that someone gave 2 million naira. They said, no, it's 4 million naira. This is said to have come from no other than your favorite Davido. And they said this is also linked to a man called Cubana Chief Priest that was there during the show that Mohbad went to. In fact, we heard that he's the one that organized the show. What you're about to hear will shed light, throw light into this mystery. In fact, it can be established that Mohbad was not walking when he was brought into his house, and when he got home, something happened to him. I'm kind of thinking, and I know, in fact, that the nurse was the last that saw Mohbad. Immediately she left, everything ended for Mohbad. End of Mohbad. And they said that Mohbad passed away on Tuesday. Now look at evidence. Look at evidence. This evidence will break all of those that are saying it is justice for Wunmi. Let's protect Wunmi. This, unless you're a wicked person. Let us watch this one and we'll talk.
Artists, Olamide, CK, Black Bones, Iyanya, all these artists said Mohbad dead, confirmed, before nurse came. So who did nurse come to treat? 423. That's before the time that Perez confirmed him dead a second time.
Yes, the death got to Perez Medcare 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
So it's like on their way going, they have messaged Davido.
Okay.
Go on.
So this is Olamide. Olamide posted at 2:02 p.m. on the 12th. 2:02.
2:02 p.m. Before the time the nurse came there. The nurse came to get by the police.
Before the time the nurse came. This is Small Doctor. Small Doctor posted 2:27 p.m.
Okay, 3 minutes before the nurse.
This is MI Abaga. MI posted 2:10 p.m.
Okay, and all these times, it is even before Mohbad was taken to the first hospital.
Yes, before he was taken to the first hospital.
They asked, see, thank God, right? They don't, all of these kids, they cannot escape. They told them, we asked them, they asked Abdul, all of them, the coroner inquest. And I know those questions are trap, right? They say, how many minutes did it take you guys from your home to get to the hospital? They say 15 to 20 minutes. Let's just say 20 minutes. Okay? 20 minutes. The first hospital said they got there 343. 343. Again, it's not aligning. You
You
see?
see, Paparano, you said, I told you that I fasted, that the autopsy should say Mohbad died on a Monday. Because once that happens, and that is collaborating with this, once that happens, all the testimony of those people is gone, and they've all committed perjury. So all of them, they will still become suspects. So relax.
Do you have another time
Summer,
there?
go ahead.
Summer, do you have
This is
another time there?
fantastic.
Do you have another time there?
So I have this is Reminisce. I am Reminisce. Reminisce posted 2:06 p.m. This is Final, 4:18 p.m. I have who is this person? I have somebody they call Puja Media. Puja Media posted 1:44 p.m. And Kali. Okay, wait. I have somebody else. Joey Akan. You know Joey Akan, right?
No.
Joey Akan has lots of followers on Instagram.
Joey.
Hey, Frank Edoho. You know Frank Edoho?
Yeah, he posted one.
Frank Edoho
Yes.
posted
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah, he posted 1:56 p.m.
What?
1:56 p.m. 1:56 p.m. And
Let me ask a question.
We'll go explain to you.
Soma,
yeah.
let me ask a question. You know there is always time difference, yeah?
No, it's not about time difference.
On the timeline, maybe okay, it's a country, okay,
Yeah.
then it's right.
If you look
it will
at
show you the exact time.
Yeah,
It
if
will
you
show
look
the
at
exact
this
time. Okay.
time
Thank
that
you.
Frank Edoho posted, it's saying 1:56 p.m. That is the time of Nigeria. Because all these people were in Nigeria when this thing happened. I'm sure. All these people, they were in Nigeria when this death happened. Now, this is OGB Recent. OGB Recent posted this, the matter long ago. The matter big passos, but still on the matter. Mohbad for my head every second. Now, he posted this by 1:25 p.m., 18 hours ago. 18 hours ago. And when you count 18 hours back, it takes us to 11th, 7 p.m. on 11th. This is
The time that spending left.
Yes, about that time or after spending. That's what
I've been spending spending that you guys are pampering.
Now, this is a conversation Wunmi had with Gistlover on the 12th. Wunmi, CY33. She had this conversation with Gistlover, and she was telling Gistlover, what she was saying in this thing is that they fought truly. The guy had one beef with him. I heard it's not natural. I'm not in a good state of mind. For now, Oba, please bear with me. But I don't know what his friend had in mind that night. I don't trust anyone at this point, because he triggered Mo to punch him. This is the conversation Wunmi had with Gistlover, who is Oba, who is Yabojo, on the 12th of September. So the list goes on of all the goes on and on. All the people that artists, Olamide, CK, Black Bones, Iyanya, all these artists said Mohbad dead, confirmed, before nurse came. So who did nurse come to treat? You see?
Lenchy.
Nurse come to treat. Mohbad was dead before nurse came.
Nibolo wa Lenchy. Lenchy, where you there?
Now,
Come up, Lenchy. Master Lenchy there.
This is Olamide.
Plenty. Oh.
2:02 p.m. Olamide said, "Damn, Mohbad," with broken heart emoji. This is Frank Edoho. "Rest in peace." 1:56 p.m. So are you here? See Joey Akan. Joey Akan has so many followers on Instagram. Joey Akan said, "Rest in peace, Mohbad." And this was 1:30 p.m. 1:30. So who did not see Teniola? Teniola, that's this 217. So they cannot tell me that nurse came to treat Mohbad. Mohbad was gone.
So, ma,
Black
you
bones.
have
Black bones. Black bones 220. He said, "Rest in peace, Mohbad."
Oh yeah, Tolani, come on, come on.
Goes on and on and on. So
you know, say on social media, your footprint is always there.
always
so you
there.
don't feel run away.
You can't
All
run
over
away.
the world, investigators don't joke with social media footprints. They don't joke with telephone analysis.
Welcome back.
Now,
Did
only
you
in
see
Nigeria,
all of
our
this
police,
that has
they
been
joke with us.
highlighted?
They listen to people and say
Time
that is their
stamp.
report. So they go
Thank
meet
God for
now.
social
They
media.
go meet now.
Thank God
And
for
so
social
it be
media.
now.
Majority of them
I'm
thought
a
that social media is
Yes.
useless.
Because
Social media is useless.
everybody,
But the truth of
the
it
IPO
is this:
that was doing
whenever
like,
you see
vote run that
terrible
day,
people,
that was it, now
such
make
as
go talk.
politicians,
They go ask am question.
whenever you see them out there screaming, shouting, whenever you see them throwing tantrums, whenever you see them do all of this, you should know for certainty that your voices is shutting them down. You should know that your voice is giving them headache. You should know that they cannot survive it. They can't survive it. That is why they are trying to ridicule. Because common sense will make you realize that something that is not important should not even be looked at. Something that is not important should not even be talked about. But because they continuously talk about it, because they continuously speak about it, that tells you, that shows that they know the power of social media. Just imagine how social media exposed this. Now, citizens are the ones, fans of Mohbad are the ones, those seeking for justice for Mohbad, they are the ones bringing out what the Nigerian police should have done if truly they were seeking for justice for Mohbad. Just imagine. We are the one bringing out, pointing out what the police should have looked at, what the police should have concluded upon. They did not do their homework. They cared less about it. All they were interested in is just to do the laziest of the laziest kind of whatever. So immediately they got that and they are like, okay, that's it. We don't need to disturb ourselves anymore. We've questioned those that we need to question, witnesses, and they even jumbled it up because they wanted to. They turned prime suspect into witness. They turned witness into suspect, such as Spending. Spending is a witness. They say no, it's unnecessary because he's the one that Wunmi called. Imagine a grown-up person that is supposed to have her senses working called another grown-up person requesting for nurse to help get Mohbad treated. That person that requested, that called, is not held as an accessory. But the person that gave phone number is now being held as an accessory. Even though it is glaring, even to a blind person, that this is not how it is supposed to be. This is not how the terrible event surrounding the demise of Mohbad is supposed to be portioned. This is not how it is supposed to be presented. This is not how it is supposed to be investigated. Obviously, they do not want to do the right thing, and this has always been their way of life. Wickedness, lack of empathy, that humanity is not in them. It is not in them at all. When I say not in them, I mean to the largest, biggest that you can ever think of. It's not in them. They are as bad as you can ever think. They are as wicked as you can ever think of. Terrible people. Wicked people. That's what they are. Now, you've seen some of the timestamp that has been placed on some of these so-called celebrity, and some of them, and even Wunmi, the time she sent message to Gisle's lover and to other people, the way she did her things, she already knew about it, but she was not ready. They kept the demise of Mohbad to themselves. Now, recall, for those who have been subscribed to this channel, you know what I'm talking about. There was a time Mohbad's mother said that Wunmi called her and said, please, I don't want to be a widow. What happened? You don't want to be a widow. About what? What is it saying? It's Mohbad though. What happened to Mohbad? Did they beat him up again? What happened? She did not say, or maybe she did, but Mohbad's mother decided to keep it. But I'm kind of thinking, what will prompt Mohbad's mother to do that? Well, she said, oh, when she told me this, I was on a prayer ground. I was on a prayer ground praying on behalf of Mohbad. I was there on a prayer ground praying on behalf of Mohbad. She even said she had to give 50,000 naira as a seed to sow on Mohbad to be alive. But alas, Mohbad passed away. Mohbad passed away because of lack of application of the right steps. Not because they were not aware, but they refused to apply it rightly. Just look at it. Look at what happened at the end of the day. Now, with so many evidence out on social media, do you know that the Nigerian police and whoever will say, hey, we are not dwelling on social media, as if this is not a tool. This is not a tool. After all, the Nigerian police depend on social media when they said they were going after Gisle's lover, going after this and that. They relied on social media. They have a particular section of the Nigerian police that is specialized. In quote, I use the word specialized because if you move around and see some of them, you realize that majority of them are dumb people. Dumb, wicked people. Some of them are knowledgeable enough, but they have chosen to be wicked. They have chosen to be useless. When you see all of them claiming that social media is useless, but they still have ways of tracking people using social media. But when it comes to truth, when it comes to reality, you will hear them say social media is of no use. We are not going to rely on social media. You don't get justice on social media. Is it not the same social media and people coming on ground that prompted them to exhume Mohbad's body? What about them visiting that police station that Mohbad's father went to, and they refused and rejected the request that he tendered to them to get papers to take Mohbad to the morgue? Why didn't they talk about this one? Justice for Mohbad must prevail. We will not keep quiet because of some, useless and foolish people. We will not keep quiet. Just look at Wunmi, someone that is supposed to be charged, someone that is supposed to be grilled, someone that is supposed to be handcuffed and asked questions. What happened? Confess. If we shape our society in this way and manner, by now we will have results. We will not be a country where nothing works. Nothing works. The only time things work is when it concerns them. It is only when it is about them. That's when it will work. Imagine if Mohbad was the son of a sitting senator. Imagine if Mohbad was the son of Tinubu. Imagine if Mohbad was the son of Governor Sanwo-Olu. The way he moves around, with his hands and acting like he wants to fly. Trying to rubbish everything. Telling us that he sleeps by 4 a.m. every day. Because of so many. Who gave you the job? Why don't you go and do something else? You say you sit on this case, you sit on that case. Yes, you have to rely on what the police tell you, but common sense will make it clear to you that there is something wrong. Well, autopsy, toxicology. I'm sure that there is nothing like that, even if autopsy had been done. According to the latest update from Mohbad's father, he said until autopsy. Now, none of this have been presented officially. So where are we? Where are we heading to? How are we going to arrive? When are we going to arrive to the truth? I'm glad that the man has held his ground strong, saying, I'm not going to bury my son until autopsy and DNA is done. If not, what is the purpose of Mohbad being exhumed if none of this is going to be done? I hope the Nigerian police, they have seen some of this evidence has been gathered on social media to see the timestamp so that they can, if they really want to, which we know they don't. That's why people have taken time to pressure and press. But we'll force them. If they are not capable, if they are not ready, they will be kicked out. They will be flushed out. Justice for Mohbad must prevail. Not just Mohbad, for humanity. I keep repeating it. It's not only about Mohbad, because if you don't get it for Mohbad now, just imagine if your loved one, your relatives, your friends, or someone is in the same. How then can you get justice if you have failed on this one? How can you get justice if you fail? That is why we must not fail. That is why we must not sit back. That is why we must continue to press. We must continue to push. Yes, they will petition. Yes, they will try to harass. Yes, they will try to do all manner of crazy things. In fact, some people are even saying they are trying to attack them spiritually because they are pointing to one person as being the father of the so-called son of Mohbad. We are hearing all sorts. We are hearing all sorts. That's to let you know that there is something about this justice for Mohbad. There is something about everything that, the universe wants to show. The universe wants us to see. The universe wants us to understand that the only way we can build our society is by beginning with this. This is how to build our society. You cannot build your society by, you have to build yourself to build your society. It's as simple as ABC. Justice for Mohbad is necessary. Justice for Mohbad is important. Justice for Mohbad is much more than a necessity. It is something that is important. It is something that we must deal with. It is something that is urgent. It is something that we cannot play with. It is something that we all have to put all our mind, energy, everything into. We have to make them know that this is not going to be business as usual. We have to make them know that we are here to stay, that we will not stop until we get what we want. Life definitely will get better. It will get better, not with us folding our hands. No, not at all. But with us standing strong, standing firm, pulling together. That is the only way we can get justice. If not, you see these people? What they are interested in, what they want to do, what they want to achieve, what they have planned, thought about. If you see what they have mapped and how to go about it, you will not believe it. You won't believe it. You will not even believe it at all. Like, wow. So this is what these people, this is what they have plotted and packaged to do. We will not give up. Justice for Mohbad.